Welcome to the Radical Responsibility Revolution podcast. This is where we are transforming lives, inspiring you to reclaim your health, your wealth, and the power of your mind. Here we share actionable insights, inviting you to turn inwards and design your life of purpose and abundance. Welcome back to another episode of Radical Responsibility Revolution. I'm sure you probably heard this quote. Franklin Roosevelt said it at his first inaugural address in 1933. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. And I believe that deserves a comeback tour because, honey, this is where we are in the world today. Fear has gone viral again. It's trending harder than pumpkin spice in October. Today, everyone's afraid of something. Afraid of being canceled, afraid of speaking the wrong word, afraid of being labeled, afraid of getting labeled for labeling. Oh my gosh, it just goes on and on. It's a full-time job trying to tiptoe through other people's triggers. And I know because I trigger a lot of people. But here's the real kicker. Fear is the ultimate fascist. Yes, I will say that again, really loud for those of you in the back. Fear is the ultimate fascist. It doesn't wear jack boots. It wears anxiety. It doesn't march down the street. It marches through your nervous system. And when fear takes over, it does what every dictator does. It convinces you to hand over your power voluntarily. And that's what this episode is about today. How you can stop surrendering your freedom to fear and start reclaiming the truth of abundance. Because the most radical act of resistance that you can take today is to live free, wealthy, and unafraid. So let's go there. I want to talk about the 3 F words. Oh my gosh, F words F-bombs are dropped everywhere today. But the 3 F words are fear, fascism, and frequency. Because everyone's throwing around words like Nazi and fascist and racist these days. Oh my God, I'm getting so tired of hearing all this. But they're usually doing it while they're staring at a screen with a ring light, which I have right there. It's this new emotional cardio. And come on, let's be honest. Most of what people call fascism today is just fear in drag. I know, I went there, I said it. Real fascism was a regime that told people when to speak, what to think, how to feel, or else. And the modern version, it's when we do that to ourselves. When we silence our own voice because we're afraid of what someone else might think, oh my gosh, it's crazy. We're self-censoring our truth because it might cost us followers or people that we supposedly think we need to placate. That is actually making fear our new God. That, my love, is the real totalitarian, authoritative state, the one that exists between you and your ears. And baby, I refuse to live under that regime. Abundance isn't just about money. Okay, let's get that straight. I teach about abundance. It's about sovereignty, independence, freedom, the right to create your own internal reality, regardless of the external noise. Because you can't be in abundance and in fear at the same time. They are 2 entirely different frequencies, different universes, as a matter of fact. Fear, this is how fear talks. Hide, comply, obey, and abundance whispers. Create, expand, express. And if you've forgotten which station to tune into, look around. Nature never hoards. She grows. She overflows. She renews. You don't see an oak tree stressing about whether it deserves sunlight today.
Oh, we humans, oh my God, we love our scarcity stories. My goodness, I have heard more scarcity stories, more victim, more poverty stories in my lifetime than really I care to know about. We say things like this. We tell ourselves, I can't. I don't have enough. I'll never get there. I'm just a victim of the system. Oh, that's my favorite. And when we repeat those stories over and over and over and over long enough, they become our national anthem, which they are right now. But the anthem of abundance is freedom, not fear. So let's talk about words and language. I often say words create worlds because your words are spells. And most people are out there cursing themselves without even realizing it. You're casting a spell on yourself. I'm preparing a talk this week to speak at UCLA. And there's a section in there that says words create worlds. And the irony hit me. People think manifestation is some woo woo concept, but the Bible said it first. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. The word comes from the Greek logos, which literally means the animating principle of the universe. That is creation itself. That means that creation is every word, every thought, every feeling, every action, but it's a vibration of those. And the universe doesn't respond to a word, much like affirmations don't really do the thing, because it's responding to the vibratory pattern. Because it's not English, it's not Spanish, it's energy. Every thought, every belief, every word that passes through your lips is a little construction crew building your reality. So if your internal language sounds like, I'm broke, I'm tired, I'm unlucky, guess what your crew is building? Literally, you're building everything in your life. It's building a broke, tired, unlucky life. So you don't need to fix your bank account first. You need to fix your vocabulary because abundance is not a budget. And I think budgets are great, but your abundance is a broadcast. People ask me all the time, Debbie, how do I start attracting abundance? And I say, stop talking like a hostage. Because that's really what we're doing. We're talking like we're hostages, like we're already in this Nazism and fascism state. Say what you want, not about the world, what you want for yourself. Stop talking about what you're in fear of. What you focus on expands. Say things like, I'm creating, not I'm trying. Oh my gosh. Star Wars, Yoda. You try or you don't try. Say things like, I choose, not I can't. When you speak from authority, this is the key. The universe says, yes, sweetheart, as you wish. It's like having a magical genie right inside of you. That's not just poetry, that's physics. Because energy responds to direction and frequency, not desperation. So if you want a revolution, start with your mouth, with your words that vibrate into the web of this energy field and give you back exactly what you put in, which is the love and the beauty and the truth. One of my favorite heroes of all time is Viktor Frankl. He is such a beautiful example of a man who actually knew something about oppression. He really understood what a Nazi was and what fascism was. He lived it. He was a psychiatrist imprisoned in Nazi concentration camps. And somehow, in the middle of hell on earth, he discovered heaven in the human spirit. Oh, you should read his writings. Frankl's philosophy, logotherapy, there's that word logos again, taught that our deepest drive isn't pleasure or power, it's meaning. And meaning is the one thing no one can confiscate from you. They can't take it away from you. Nobody can do that. One of his most famous quotes is, everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. Let that sink in for just a second. He lived in these concentration camps, like the most horrific experiences, a true example of Nazism and fascism. And what did he do? The last of human freedoms. He was surrounded by barbed wire, starvation, and death. And yet he said, I am free to choose my attitude. Oh, let me say that again. I am free to choose my attitude. And he wasn't choosing fear. He wasn't choosing to make all of the people around him be in fear. He was choosing his attitude. And that, my friends, is true abundance. That is true freedom. That is true sovereignty and independence. So here we are, losing our minds because someone on social media disagreed with us. And then we try to cancel them. I'm not making light of real suffering. Please hear me. But true suffering is us, it's within us. What I am saying is that Viktor Frankl is a perfect model that proves the human spirit is untouchable when it's aligned with meaning. He didn't deny the horror. He didn't. He transcended it. And that's what we are all called to do every moment of every day. He chose to make suffering his teacher instead of his tyrant. How can we all do that in today's world? Stop suffering. Suffering is optional. Learning and understanding the teachings that are going on around us, that is the real beauty. And that's the invitation to all of us right here and right now, every single moment of every single day. I've been on the planet for 70 years, and I'm going to tell you, there's been a lot of stuff going on. So this moment in time, a little blip on the radar, really truly is. When we look at the fear-based rhetoric of today, the doom scrolling, the outrage Olympics. Oh my gosh, they should make that an Olympic sport. Outraged. The apocalypse headlines. Oh my God. It's just a collective version of what Frankl called the existential vacuum. That empty space where meaning used to live. Get your mind around that for a second. This existential vacuum, this empty space where meaning used to live, we're now filling it with fear and anxiety and gloom and doom. It's time for us to take back our own personal power, not to shift the world, to shift who we are. We've traded purpose for performance. Oh my gosh, how much social media is about performance? Oh, 90,000% of it. And then we wonder why we feel powerless. But you, my love, have the same freedom Frankl had. We all have it. It's the freedom to choose meaning, the freedom to choose your response, the freedom to choose your frequency. No one, no one, no one can legislate that because abundance is a state of being. I say all the time, abundance, creating wealth is not a doingness activity. It is a beingness activity. Abundance is not a number in your checking account. I know it's great. I teach how to get it. But the fact is it's not the end all be all. It's the state of knowing that you're safe, you're resourced, and creative in any condition. So when I wake up in the morning, abundance is the breath I take, the thought I choose, the joy I feel in creating my life my way. And it isn't just about wealth, it's about well-being. And I get it. Listen, the world looks wild and crazy right now. I will say it looks that way. War, politics, polarization. It feels like the planet's in therapy and no one's paying the copay. What's happening here? But the truth underneath it all, life is always working in your favor. The universe is conspiring for your good, even when it doesn't look like it. And believe me, there's been many times in my life when that was the case. Read my book. Even when it's pruning the branches so that your roots can deepen. The real revolution isn't happening on Capitol Hill. It's happening in your nervous system. It's the moment you stop reacting and start responding with frequency. It's the moment you stop scrolling in fear and start creating in faith. Abundance isn't about denial. It's about dominion. And let's clarify that it's not dominion over others, but mastery over your own energy field. That's why when people say, I'm waiting for the world to change, I laugh a little. Yeah, because the world is changing through you. The world is changing through you. You are creating the field and the ripples in the field because you're the field. You're the frequency. You're the one flipping the switch from fear to freedom. And when we let go of this fear, freedom just comes back and bubbles up. And maybe, just maybe, the whole reason humanity feels so uncomfortable right now is because we're shedding our old victim stories like an old snake skin. What a beautiful idea that is. So I want to talk about the mere creation. I'm going to get a little metaphysical for a second, which metaphysical is just beyond the physical and it's also scientific. So let's just talk about that. But because we're all connected, which is what the essence of quantum physics and spirituality is, when you look at another person and you call them a name, stupid, racist, evil, you're actually talking to yourself. You're speaking into the mirror of creation because the universe is holographic. It's just holographic. It's just us creating what's here. So what you see in others is what you broadcast within. So here's the thing. If you want to clean up your life, clean up your perception. Stop trying to fix the mirror. You are the face. Change the face that you're making into the mirror. And that's why I say radical responsibility isn't about blame. It's about creation. You're not responsible for everything. You're responsible to everything. You, my love, are a co-creator with the same energy that spins galaxies. Get your mind around that for a second. You are a co-creator with the same energy that spins galaxies. Holy, the other F word. So when you say, I can't, the galaxy just shrugs and says, okay. When you say, I create, it opens 1,000 doors, multiple thousands. Because the universe is the ultimate yes woman. That's what I love about her. She's not judging you. She's just mirroring you. So if you're ready to live free, start speaking freedom. If you're ready to live wealthy, start speaking wealth. If you're ready to live love, start speaking gratitude. You don't manifest what you want. You manifest what you mean, who you are being. That's it. It's just vibration. So this real revolution, I call this podcast the Radical Responsibility Revolution, because this truth, this real revolution is that you don't need to wait for abundance to show up. Abundance is waiting for you to remember who you are. You are not a victim of your circumstance. You are not a victim of your circumstance. That's lack mentality, poverty mentality, victim mentality. You are the circumstance in motion. You are the consciousness that animates the whole flippin' show. So next time you catch yourself spiraling into fear, pause and ask yourself, what frequency am I broadcasting right now? Because fear and freedom cannot, I repeat, cannot occupy the same channel. They just can't. It doesn't have the in video portion. So here's my advice today. Turn down the fear porn. That's what that is, literally. Turn down the fear porn. Turn up the gratitude. And remember that every thought, every word, every action is a vote for the world you want to live in. That's how we vote, our thoughts and our words and our actions. So, my love, vote wisely. And as you do, the universe will meet you with her favorite line. Yes, sweetheart, as you wish. Just like having a genie. So that's my message for today, that fear is the real fascism. Meaning is the medicine. And abundance is your birthright. Abundance is your birthright. You're not here to survive history. You're here to make it. You're not here to echo outrage, which is the popular thing to do today. You're here to embody evolution. And even as I call this a revolution, you are evolution right now. You're not here to fear creation. You're here to be it. This has been another episode of this beautiful podcast, Radical Responsibility Revolution. I am Debbie Dobbins, the Queen of Magic. And I want you to know, as a daily reminder, that the most rebellious thing you can do right now is not to protest, is to live joyfully, abundantly, and unapologetically free. Because when one woman chooses freedom, she creates a field that ripples where others remember they were free all along. So go out there, bend reality a little bit. And if you got anything out of this episode, please share it with somebody else. Because if we share this message and we become this message, the universe is listening. It's listening to all of our hearts, all of our frequencies, and all of our love. So until next time, stay magical.